Okay, hey guys. So I'm gonna do a real quick video. I have a client on the way, but I got time today for one more. And I just want to talk about the manipulation of child support. Child support is not for the child, nor is it for the child's mother. It is not set out to help us or anything of that nature. It's really just another way to systemically punish the black man. And it's a shame that black men themselves don't believe this. They are so mad and so bitter at black women for putting them on child support. But I'm gonna use my case as an example. I told my child's father I don't fuck with the system like that. Child support is unnecessary. At the time, I've always been a go-getter. I've never just been a broke bitch, quote unquote. I may not have money, but I be sleeping, eating, living inside of, and wearing my money. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not broke because I've always had something, a badass motherfucker place to stay. I've always had nice furniture, nice things, you know, diamonds here and there. My daughter's very well kept. So I can't touch my money because I have to spend it on taking care of us. And so I just never was one for the system. You know what I'm saying? So at the time I was doing bad, I was like, shit. I'm having a problem keeping up my license. I just need $200 a month, you know, because that's the cost of my SR22 per month. And I really could not afford it. And I didn't want to lose my license again. So he gave it to me for a couple months. After that, he was like, fuck you, bitch. File child support. I ain't got no job. They gonna give you shit. Now, mind you, me, I'm a law school dropout. So when I went to mediation, I already took photographic proof that he owned his own record label. I had so much shit to prove that he probably had money that you could not fiscally see, to where they gave me $500 a month. I was like, nah, he ain't got $500 a month. Just give me $300, which is the $200 I asked him for and the bonus fuck you dollar. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want. The nigga ain't never paid it. This is where the game come in at. So throughout the years, when I'm not working, my daughter's on Medicaid. When I am working, she's on my insurance and my job. So throughout the years, you know, my daughter, and now she's about to be 15 next year. So throughout the years, he accumulated a tab with the state. See, this how they get you. See, they don't give a fuck. Now, through all these years of him not paying child support, wasn't no warrants, no garnishment of wages, none of that, no driver's license. The man is an electrician. They didn't put a hold on him renewing his electrical license. None of that shit. None. Now, you want to know why electrician didn't want to just pay me the $2 a month? It's out of hate for me. It's out of disdain or dislike for me. It was nothing about him not having the money or nothing. Like, if you got $1,000, why give $400 to your baby mama? Fuck that bitch. You know what I'm saying? They look at that as tricking. And I'm going to do another video about that. But it's kind of like now being responsible and taking care of your family that you left, by the way, voluntarily. Now that is tricking. Providing for is now tricking. And it has a negative connotation on it. So him being brainwashed by the system, of course he's not going to just automatically break bread with me. That's not going to happen. So keep that in mind, in the back of your mind while I'm explaining this to you. So throughout the years of whenever my daughter was on Medicaid and stuff like that, now all of a sudden they want to stop his driver's license, stop this, stop that, stop this, stop that, because he owed them like $8,000. You see what I'm saying? So now he owed them 8, he owed me 30. That's like 40 grand in debt, right? So they made it so he can pay his 8, right? Because he could just pay money to child support in general, and some of it will come to me and some of it will go to the state. Nah, so what he did was he called specifically, make his payments just to the state so that he can renew and handle his business or whatever he trying to do and not give me shit. See, so what type of child support system is set up to where the man, the non-custodial parent, is giving up almost 10 grand and none of that is automatically allocated to the custodial parent? That's why I'm trying to tell y'all, child support is a game. It's just another way to design to keep a black man in debt or keep a person in debt. You see what I'm saying? Because they know as a single black mother, you're going to get on some form of welfare. Whether it's medically, whether it's chips, no matter what it is, you know what I'm saying? Unless you just live a hound and hog. I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? I dropped out of law school when I got pregnant. You know, I was working as a chef. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it was a whole lot of shit that, you know, that were my decisions. You know what I'm saying? True enough. And it's like, it's like, I would much rather just take you off child support, not deal with child support. But over the course of the last 15 years, you have not done anything to assist us voluntarily. So now I'm uncomfortable with it. At least now I know you would end up having to pay the state 10 grand. That's 10 grand you could have gave to us, to your family. And I'm telling you, men, like, stop that shit. Stop thinking that you're tricking, taking care of your kids. Stop thinking because if I spend all my money on our child, why would I not spend your money on our child? You know what I'm saying? And most black women, these strong black women, most of us have that same mentality. He's been a pimp. He's dated whores and all kind of shit. I never kept him away from his child or nothing. And I know so many baby mamas like me who don't want to keep their children away from their father. You have unlimited access to them. So it's like, why is it such a bad thing to break bread and give money? You know what I'm saying? If I was still sleeping with him, he had no problem giving me no money. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what the fuck? Yeah, he do buy nice shoes and nice clothes from time to time. But those are clothes shoes. The fuck? I buy that. Like, we talking about roof, lights, water, gas, essentials. Stuff that is necessary, stuff that is needed. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, she take our showers, nigga, and got to listen to the radio the whole time she in there. What are you talking about? These kids cost. And it's like, just because you see your child's mother looking good, it don't mean she spent your money on it. But so what if I do spend your money on my nails when I done spent all my money on our child? You know what I'm saying? Providing for a child is not tricking. And if you think of it as tricking, then you should have stayed with your family. You know what I'm saying? You cannot put yourself in this system. You know what I'm saying? The child support system is just another side hustle for the state. Just like those surcharges, just like insurance. All this shit is a hustle. You know what I'm saying? And you just being hustled, nigga. You just being treated like a nigga by the system that broke you up from your family, told you taking care of a family is some trick shit and some bullshit. Don't get that hoe nothing. All this stuff, this is not the normal man's way of thinking. Because I watched my grandpa take care of my grandmother and 10 kids. When my grandmother was a housewife taking care of 10 kids. I know that this is not so far long ago to where it is in your heart. And it's like these niggas, like, because you didn't have a daddy. And it's like, you didn't have a daddy. Your mama, even in my child's father's case, you didn't have a daddy. Your mother was your sole provider no matter what she was going through, whether she was fighting her addiction or not. So it's like, you saw what a single parent household looks like. And yet you niggas still put your children in them. I don't understand it. If you don't want to be with her, you don't like her, don't fucking get her pregnant. I don't get that shit. I don't understand it. Like in my case, my daughter daddy asked me to have her. We had her on purpose. She wasn't no accidents, no oops, no pop-up baby. None of that shit. So I'm like, why is it so far-fetched to take care of the child that you asked for? You see what I'm saying? What's the problem? And if you don't like me as a person, even if you don't like me, I'm doing a damn good job with your child. And a lot of these mothers doing damn good jobs with your children. So why not take care of the household to take care of your child? She would be a lot more peaceful if every now and then you hit a lick. You came and brought me $500-$600 to help out the household. Now you got to give $10,000 to the state. A lot of y'all that's going to jail for child support is not because y'all haven't paid the child and the mother. It's because y'all owe the state. Nigga, the state is putting y'all in jail because y'all got a debt with the state. Since when do any governmental entity, any white-owned entity give a fuck about a poor black child? None of them. Child support is a side hustle for the state. They sit back and they wait till you accumulate this debt for the single mother having to reach out for certain type of assistances. And once that mother reach out for that assistance, bam, that's it. I know women that have had good jobs throughout their entire time, and their child's father have never had a warrant, never had a lien against their driver's license or professional license or anything like that, because they have never received governmental assistance. If you don't accrue a bill with the state, they're not going to fuck with that man. You have to call them and ask them, hey, are y'all going to do anything about this nigga owing me this 50 grand? Then they'll be like, oh, yeah, well, we don't have no address for him. Sorry, there's nothing we can do. But when they find out that, that motherfucker owed them 10 grand, 20 grand, 100 grand, or however much money he owed the state, then all of a sudden they can find them. They can put holds on. They can send letters. They can make phone calls. They can do all that shit, bro. Child support is not about the child or the mother. So why y'all thinking that, oh, I ain't gonna get that bitch shit, fuck her, nigga. The state is really about to say, fuck you, nigga, and fuck you and your ass. Because that's all it's set up to do. It's just another way to anticipate, to put in with mass incarceration, to further the agenda that black men ain't shit and black women ain't shit and all this serious stuff. Bro, providing for your child is not tricking. It is not at all. Even if it's a hoe selling pussy on the street, if she taking her whole money, taking care of your child, what you think she gonna do with your money? Unless the bitch got the mom, unless you got one of the baby mamas who's trifling, that's your fault, who got the baby living with their grandma, raising by the grandma and all this other shit, then guess what? Then it still ain't tricking for you to go over to grandma's house and say, here, ma'am. You know what I'm saying? You know how many licks this nigga in here during the time that we had our child? He ain't never voluntarily brought shit. He bought my daughter an MCM backpack one time with a name on it. You know, she got nice Nikes and shit, but I buy J's and shit all the time. Like, what the fuck? That ain't shit, nigga. Let us live in your money. Let us eat your money. Let us take a bath in your money. You know what I'm saying? We can't do that. We eat, sleep, shit, take a bath, everything with my cash, with mine. And then y'all want to say a woman is bitter because she wants y'all. Nah, the motherfucker bitter because she gotta take care of everything by herself. That's enough to make a motherfucker crazy. You know what I'm saying? Everything is by me, for me. Everything, all the pressure is on me. You get to live this carefree, child-free lifestyle and buy and have these 6,000 followers on Instagram and get paid off Instagram posts and have this YouTube channel and get paid off YouTube and have this local rap career and do all this other shit that y'all be wanting to do, but it's a bad thing to break bread with your kids. Like, that don't make no sense. It's terrible. Like, I don't understand. Why do y'all feel like taking care of your family is tricking? That's not tricking. That's not tricking. In order for there to be a trick, there has to be a hoe. You know what I'm saying? Tricking, and this term literally comes from prostitution. You tricking off your money because you are literally giving a trick your money for a treat. That's all it is. You are literally tricking out $40 to this bitch to suck your dick. That's tricking. That has nothing to do with family, child, child's mother, or none of that shit. That has nothing to do with none of that shit. Nothing. Those are two separate things. But they have convinced you that it's one thing, and it's not. It is not. It is not tricking your money off on me to hit a lick for $1,500 and bring me $600. That's not tricking. That's looking out for your people. That's providing for your child. What you think I'm gonna do with your $600? If I'm taking my $600 and spending it on my kid, then what the fuck I'm gonna do with your $600? I'm gonna pay bills with it and spend it on the same kid. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, y'all make good women suffer because there is an image of bad black women out there that y'all know ain't true. All of y'all got mamas. I'm not saying that all mamas weren't trifling. All mamas was good like my mama. All I'm saying is that we all have mothers, and most of us was raised in single-parent household without the help of niggas. So it's like y'all want to raise some more fatherless, poor children who are growing up without the respect that they supposed to have for men because their daddy wasn't shit. I'm a very submissive woman. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how I taught myself to be. But if I were to go by the examples of men that I've seen in my life, I would probably be a dyke. Like, because you niggas ain't shit. How y'all treat women and carry yourselves. Even the men with good jobs and good careers. Number one, most of them don't even want a black woman because they've been brainwashed to think that their success is somehow appends to privilege. And they cannot get that privilege being with a black woman. It is not a privilege to be with a black woman. It's an anchor. It's a hanks. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all have to really understand child support ain't nothing but game ran on y'all by the state. You know what I'm saying? And when they do garnish these paychecks, it be because they have bills with the state. And they gonna give you some, and the state gonna keep the rest. Now I'ma see after this motherfucker pay all this money to get his license back, is he gonna get a real job, and is he gonna pay his child support, which I doubt. He gonna pay this 10 grand to this 8 grand to the state, and he gonna say fuck me, like he said fuck me when he told me to file child support. And y'all got to understand, when y'all saying fuck y'all baby mama, y'all saying fuck y'all kids. And y'all kids are old enough. It's only so much a baby mama can do. When a baby mama tells the child, your dad's a great person, your daddy love you. He did. I speak highly of that motherfucker. Period. I always talk highly of him. I ain't never said a negative thing about the motherfucker to his child. But eventually, and y'all got to keep this in y'all mind, it's not the mama that's poisoning the kid against you. Eventually, a child grows old enough to see who the problem is. You see what I'm saying? Eventually, and we ain't talking about motherfuckers gotta be 13, 14 years old. 8, 9, or 10-year-old is old enough to see who the fucking problem is. My daughter knew that I lived in my car at one point, and she knew her daddy didn't help us get no place to stay. She knew we was homeless, and she knew it was me saving up all my paychecks from my job that got us somewhere to stay. You know what I'm saying? Like, she just witnessed it. She witnessed it. Period. So y'all are letting y'all children witness being brought up without your assistance. Yeah, you come through there giving high fives. What's up, little nigga? Shaking hands. Oh, you look just like your daddy. And blah, blah, blah. I love you. And all them kisses and hugs. All that shit is fine and dandy. But a motherfucker respect the motherfucker that's taking care of them. Period. They say don't bite the hand that feeds you. But y'all not understand that motherfucker know the hand that's feeding them. Your children know who feeding them. So they ain't got no problem calling their daddy a hoe ass nigga or a bitch ass nigga or a fake ass nigga. Because they know mama's the one feeding them. And then you say, oh, that's my baby mama telling my son this about me, telling my daughter this about me. She a fake ass bitch and all this here shit. When the truth of the matter is, they see that y'all hoe ass niggas. They see it. Child, taking care of a child ain't tricking, bro. It's like it ain't tricking. That's that systemic mind fuck that y'all as black men go through to stop y'all from being men. They did so much to dismantle the black family. So much. You know what I'm saying? So much. And to this day, it's still working. It is still working. There are a lot of men that are in healthy relationships and they think it's because they are with a woman outside of their race. When the truth is, they went into that relationship with that woman of a different race, with that exotic, with a more positive mindset. So they had a more positive outcome. You know what I'm saying? If I ain't nothing but a bitch or a hoe to you, then that's all you gonna think is that negative connotation. You know what I'm saying? You got to take the negativity out of taking care of your child. If you had a child with a whack-ass, fake-ass bitch, that's on you. Then at that point, that's when you buy clothes and shoes. That's when you find out who the landlord is and you pay $200 on a rent every month. That's when you buy go to HEB and buy a $500 gift card and say, here, this is a gift card to HEB. It's $500 on here for you to buy food. You know what I'm saying? Or that's when you go to the grocery store and buy $500 worth of food and drop it off at the house if the bitch is that trifling. To where you can't put cash in her hand and she take care of her business. I had to swallow so much pride. My life is about to get turned off. You know, the pandemic fucked up my whole income. And this nigga said he don't trust me. And he made me send him a photograph of my light bill. And when I sent him the whole cutoff, he still only gave me $200 of it. I only asked him for $200 because I already had the rest of it. The light bill, $500. I already paid $300. I asked him to pay $200 so we wouldn't even get in cutoff status. We ended up in cutoff status and it was a whole argument. I had to call him broke. He sent me a video of a few $100s, whatever. It was just a big clusterfuck of communication. Like, you can't talk to people like that because, you know what I'm saying, for some reason he don't like me. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't really give a fuck. I ain't here to be liked. I'm just raising my child not to be a woman like me and get with a man like him. So anywho, so he sent me a picture of the bill. I'm like, why I gotta send you a picture? Like, I'm at work. Why I gotta send you a picture? Like, because I don't trust you, blah, blah. I said, I never gave you no reason not to trust me. Your daughter is always dressed in the latest fashions. She always got somewhere nice to stay. And she always, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? I'm taking care of that one. So why I have to prove to you, you know what? Fuck it. When I got home, I sent a picture of my lights, my gas, and my water. And said, really, here go all the bills. You can help us with all of these hoes so I can try to get ahead so I can stop being just on time. You know what I'm saying? That nigga said, LOL, I wish I would. And just cash that me to $2. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like y'all men have to stop letting these rap music and these unfortunate souls dictate how you act. Future is not a good role model. These lyrical geniuses are not lyrical geniuses at all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are being influenced by the vibration of hate. Y'all are being hypnotized by the music. Child support is a hustle for the state. It is not for the betterment of the child or to assist the child's mother. Because as long as she's not getting child support from you, she's gonna need governmental assistance from the government. And then the government can in turn tax you for more than what they actually gave the child. Because even on Medicaid, the child only gets one checkup a year by the pediatrician and one checkup a year by a dentist. And the whole year they still on Medicaid in case they gotta go to the hospital. And even if they got to the hospital, they don't cover the whole medical bill. So really, you are paying. He paid eight. My daughter was on Medicaid for a few years. He's paying literally for 2 visits for those 2. He's paying almost $10,000 for those 2 visits per year for the few years that she was on Medicaid, bro. And plus I was on Medicaid for my entire pregnancy. They backdate that shit. They backdate that shit through the child whole life. You feel me? So it's like, damn. So you might as well just broke bread with your child's mother instead of having to go through all this. That is a fucking hustle. They put you in these poor environments and this poor setup, project lifestyle, because the projects were a project, and this project lifestyle in hopes they break up the Beck family in hopes that the custodial parent is gonna need governmental assistance. As soon as she need a food stamp or a medical voucher or anything. Remember, Obama made it so whether the motherfucker gets sick or not, they have to. They have to. They have to have some type of medical insurance. And what most parents do, they went and got Medicaid. Because most parents like me, we can't even afford some of that medical insurance to come out of our paychecks. Because we're on a check-to-check level at this point. So we can't afford to pay medical insurances. We can't afford for $200 to come out of our paychecks. You know what I'm saying? So what we gonna do? We're gonna keep our child on Medicaid. You know what I'm saying? For those 2 annual visits a year, which is all you get on Medicaid. Medicaid ain't really set up to help nobody be medically healthy, because we have to understand that the chain of colonialism, the medical industry is an industry. It cures symptoms, not illnesses. So it's not like the Medicaid is going to help your child when your child gets sick. Nah, it's going to give them some ibuprofen and send their ass home. They're going to still be perpetually ill. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a whole money hustle. They break up the Beck family. They make sure that the custodial parent is living